and welcome to your reading for January the 20th through the 26th. I'm your astrologer and tarot card reader, Mary Trimble, and let's get right into your reading, shall we? Okay, this is for Libra, What wonderful gifts, guidance, blessings, and helpful information can you give Libra for January the 20th through the 26th? 3 cards for Libra, please. 1 more card for Libra, please. Oh, 1 more card. Oh, there it is. Oh, I thought it was going to be 2, but it was 1. Lovely. Okay. Alrighty then. Okay. And these are your clarifying cards. Guys, this is a general reading. It's for the collective, so take what resonates, leave the rest, and all the links to the other cards are below in the show more section. Check out your sun, moon, and rising. Oh, and if you'd like a personal reading, click on here and that'll take you to my website so you can see what kind of readings I offer. This is for Libra. What wonderful gifts, guidance, blessings, and helpful information can you give Libra through these clarifying cards for January the 20th through the 26th? Please clarify. Oh, there's too many came out there. Please clarify. Here it is. Please clarify. Oh, there it is. Oh, wow. Wow. There's so much you know how you get a card that comes out nearly every reading? You've got it. And it's each week there's a different card, you know, but this is definitely, what is this? Oh, yeah. Please clarify. Did it come out? Yes. No, it didn't come out. Oh, it did. I was just going to push it back in. It came out. All righty then, Libra. Let's go to your cards, shall we? The first card out for you is the 5 of Wands, clarified by the Page of Pentacles. Then you have the Temperance card, clarified by the 3 of Swords. And then you have the 4 of Cups, clarified by the Magician. Libra. Okay, so the first card out for you is the 5 of Wands. And it's interesting. The 5 of Wands in here has got dragons and, you know, it's very kind of major. But really, the 5 of Wands comes in when there's conflict, yes. It's not that big, but it can get huge if you don't handle it. So it might be one of those things at work and you're like, oh, you know, I need to address it, but I just can't be bothered to, you know, I don't want to deal with that conflict. But this is important, that when this card comes in, there's rewards for it. I'm getting goosebumps for that. So this is about using your conflict resolution skills or, you know, problem solving skills, and you will be recognized for it. It is like the hierarchy will notice it and you will be rewarded. If it's not immediately, it's down the road. It's like it will be seen. So do it don't let it delay, because if you do, then it will turn rather nasty. And this can be like a team. This is when everyone is talking and no one gets a chance to speak or be heard, right? So everyone's talking at the same time. So this is about handling this in a creative way, a way that you can, a way that you facilitate a place, a safe place where everybody gets heard, and handle it not dogmatically, but in a really diplomatic way. And I think that you will, even if the reward is just a deeper camaraderie and a wonderful connection with your team or like-minded people, so it's very important to not let this drag on. It's really important to handle it now, because it will go out of it will get blown out of all proportion if you don't handle it. And look, clarifying it is the Page of Pentacles, and this is, you will get rewarded for handling this, for dealing with it. You could get a raise, you can get a promotion. This is like saying you're ready to move on to the next phase of your life once you handle this. It's a really good team building project kind of thing, and not really a project, but and I want to say assignment project comes up to it, but it's definitely being a team player, not being a boss, but being a team player. And you'll probably end up being the team leader because of it. Now, the next card out is the Temperance card. And the Temperance is really, Jupiter's coming in, Jupiter sextiling Venus, which is a lovely energy, but it can also entice you to perhaps have an extra dessert, or drink a little too much, or shop a little too much, or because you see beautiful things and you want them. It's all about aesthetics. Look, this is saying temper everything. The mantra to this is everything in moderation. But I'm really kind of thinking it's about tempering your emotions. So you've got the Three of Swords, and the Three of Swords is all about, it's pain, it's broken heart, it's like mourning, it's like, being, having your, unrequited love. It can be all, this is saying don't temper your emotions, because this is all, this is heartache. This is being stabbed in the heart. You need to be careful. Don't be the victim. So, sometimes we can go in our head and we can go into this pain and just wallow in it. So you have to be very cautious not to become the victim here, Libra, because you can really go down the rabbit hole and you can just get caught up in it. So temper, everything in moderation. And then the next card out is the Four of Cups, and that's a missed opportunity. This is like so focused on what hasn't worked out, maybe, a love lost, so focused on that you're missing a gift. Look, this mermaid's right there, and she's like, I'm here, darling, I'm here. And he's like blocked because he's so in his head and he's so in this, probably, right? So when this comes in, you're being asked to come into the present moment. Really take a look at what's going on for you right now. Take a look around. The gifts are all around us. And we may not see them at times because we're so focused on, I want to say, the crap of our lives, our worries. We're so focused on silly things that we miss the gifts because that's what we're focused on. So look, you've got the Magician here, infinity. This is infinite possibilities. You have the power. I want to sing, you've got the power. Look, he's got one hand up. He's connected to the ethereal realm, to God. He's taking all that creativity. When you are being creative, because he creates something spectacular out of seemingly nothing. The four elements, darling, but the four elements are all we need. This card's coming in saying you have everything that you need to create the life that you want, that you desire. So, come into the moment. The gift is right in front of you. You have everything you need, Libra. Don't worry and stop being in this what hasn't worked. Come out of your head, and come into your magician, your magical power, starting afresh, creating something magnificent. magical and magnificent, magnificently magical. Libra, thank you so much for tuning in. Please don't forget to like, share, comment. And if you haven't already, please subscribe and stay tuned for the astrological report that's coming up right after this. Mwah! I love you all, and I'll see you on the other side. Hello and welcome to the astrology section of your reading for January the 20th through the 26th. And we start on Monday, January the 20th. The sun moves into Aquarius, and this is also Martin Luther King Day. I have a dream. It is about groups. It's about humanitarianism. It's about the collective. It's about inclusive as opposed to divisive. So groups and associations are favored. Get involved with your community, get involved with politics, get involved with like-minded people. Find your tribe. This is a perfect time to do it. And happy birthday, Aquarius. Okay, so then we move on to Tuesday, the 21st. The moon is void of course all day. It's very similar to Mercury retrograde. You don't want to sign any contracts or commit to anything. It's when the moon is kind of between signs, has moved away from one sign, it's kind of stuck there, out there in space, and it hasn't moved into the next sign yet. So it's just still. So do not commit to anything. Don't sign any contracts, no legal documents. Just be very careful about that. And it's all day. So you want to make sure that you're not doing anything like that. So the only thing to be aware of is the tendency to overindulge. So you could, Jupiter is about expansion. You could expand your waistline. Stay away from the sweets. All right, because you can get a sweet tooth at this time, or overdo anything kind of addictive or any kind of distraction that could become addictive. You can have that tendency. So resist the urge, guys. Okay, now on Friday, the 24th, we have the new moon in Aquarius at 4 degrees and 22 minutes. And it's at 4:43 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This gives me an opportunity to tell you about my Facebook group. Every 2 weeks, I do a live feed just in the group. It's a private group. And we look at whomever attends, we look at their sign and we see how they're receiving the energy, which area of life they're receiving it. And I also have my credit cards. I don't have my credit cards. I have my tarot cards ready to answer questions. We have fun in there. So I'll probably be doing that live feed the day before on the 23rd. So anyway, you might want to join that. I'll have the link to it below in the show more section. So then this new moon it'll really affect people born between 0 and 8 degrees in the fixed signs. That's Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. They are most significantly affected. Now, we are moving into the Aquarius energy slowly but surely. And I want to sing that song. This is the dawning of the age of Aquarius. Can't help myself. So Aquarius is all about the individual being unique, being quirky, outside the box, kind of, unconventional, if you will. And also, it's about groups and, tribes and like-minded people. It's inclusion. It's getting people together. It's really social and intellectual. So it's also very kind of revolutionary in a way that they want to stand up, they want to fight, it's about protests, it's about fighting for the underdog, for the unfair, for the unjust, and the inequality. So we are definitely moving towards a more equal, fair and just society. And I'm saying that because this is the new moon. It's the start of it. Where can you change? What can you start that's new? What can you start that's, maybe you can start new behavioral patterns, or, you know, maybe you can start a new, you might have been playing around with an idea, a really innovative idea, and perhaps you can start that, right? And see where it kind of comes to fruition in 2 weeks' time at the full moon, or maybe 2 full moons thereafter. But this is a much lighter feeling from that heavy Capricorn energy, the Earth sign, Capricorn, and all those planets in Earth. And everything is slowly but surely moving into the age of Aquarius. This is the beginning of it. We're really seeing it. We're really feeling it. It's very progressive energy. That's why it seems that politically people are getting more and more progressive. Even people a few years ago that laughed at that and thought it was crazy are now on board with that. So it's interesting to see this energy come to life and to play out. Now, on the downside of that, it's, this is an air sign. It's about intellect. It's about the mind. So sometimes Aquarius can be a little detached emotionally. They're driven for a purpose, but they may not have the compassion. So they need to connect with their heart. Now, Leo is opposite Aquarius, and Leo is heart-centered, right? And Aquarius is all about the mind and the intellect. So if you can meet that beautiful heart centered energy in the middle, Aquarius can come together with Leo, then this is a beautiful energy. Remember, heart-centered, be heart-centered, as well as all that other wonderful energy that Aquarius brings in. Now, yes, this new moon is not without a challenge because it squares Uranus, which is the ruler of Aquarius. So rebelliousness is prevalent at this time. It's going against the grain. It's, against authority. It's challenging authority. So unpredictability and power struggles and maybe conflict can occur. The urge to act rashly, perhaps, and completely upset the apple cart. So you have to resist the urge to take quick action, to act rashly. Try to hold yourself back and think about things. Resist the urge to speak out, perhaps verbally, quickly say what you think, because this is, you may regret what you say later. So resist that urge. So join me on my Facebook group for the live feed, which will probably be Thursday, and we'll talk more about this new moon. Thank you so much for staying all the way to the end. I really appreciate you. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, and if you haven't already, please subscribe. This is a viewer-supported channel. So another way to help this channel is by going to Patreon. Check out this link here and check out my Patreon page. I post things there that I don't post in other places. And I also release, I write this report and they get the written report before I record it. So you can see, if you can't remember and you don't feel like looking at the video again, you can, check that out as soon as these are released on Monday usually. I usually start uploading these videos on Sunday, but some of them don't get uploaded until Monday because, my equipment is less than efficient at times. So it takes a very long time. It's crazy. But with a few more patrons, I might be able to upgrade my equipment. Anyway, and of course, if you can't, that's totally great. Just the fact that you're here and you are supporting me by watching my channel and by liking, sharing, and commenting is all really good. Mwah! I love you all, and I'll see you next week.